day 5. So sleeping in the wash wasn't too bad. Traffic all night, you know, not bad traffic, but, you know, car here and there, you sleep through it. Oh, everything around here is pokey. I'm glad I didn't pop my mat. You know, I took time to make sure the ground was smooth. You know, I put my Tyvek down and I ran my hands over every inch of it a few times. There's something that'll hurt your hand. There's something that'll pop your mat. So, I at least didn't pop my mat. Very important. Very important. If you've ever popped your mat, it really, really sucks because you just wake up on the ground all, you know, flat, cold. And it's hard to fix these things. You got to find a bathtub or something to dunk it, find the hole, and it's always in a crease, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, headed into town. There was a place recommended me for breakfast, so that's where I'm going to go post up for a bit, see if I can find some power and stuff. Maybe start uploading a movie or two. I don't necessarily want to stay in this town any longer if there's nowhere to sleep, man. You know, I'll scope around town again today. I'm spending all day in town just so I can get things out of my phone. But when the sun starts going down, I might start heading out of town just because I don't want to backtrack out here a couple of miles just to sleep in a stupid wash. This definitely wasn't a comfortable night, you know. Didn't set up my tent or anything. Luckily, it's not cold because, you know, I'd be whining about that. So, yeah, let's go get some stuff done, man. Like, this is literally how close I slept to the sharp stuff. This is right next to me. Like, that's my Tyvek. That's sharp stuff all around me. You know, I'm decently protected. Nobody's sneaking up on me. But at the same time, this stuff really wants to pop my mat. But you did not. Okay, just got to make it back up this thing over the edge of the bridge. And we're all good. But Border Patrol drives by like every 45 seconds, it seems. So I'm totally going to get caught. But hey, I'm not doing anything illegal. I was just walking down the wash because it was safer, officer. And so far, Border Patrol's been pretty cool. Oh, road walking. Up here in a bit, we at least have a sidewalk. I'll feel a little better once I get on that. Okay, so nothing opens in this town for a few hours, except the convenience store, where I could buy coffee, but since I carry it on my back, I'm just going to go over to the park and make it. You know how I roll. But they said the earliest place, ooh, I'm a little sore. Oh. It turns out I did 20 trail miles yesterday, and then walking around town and back out of town, yeah, it gave me another 5 or so. And let's cross. But anyway, I'll be going back to that place I went for dinner, because apparently that's the first place that opens for breakfast. But that's not for another like 3 hours or something. That's pretty lame. So yeah, I'm gonna go chill over on the bench over here. We're gonna have a little safety meeting and try to make a movie. Okay, so I came back into the convenience store because it's the only place open, and I was like, hey, do you mind if I sit on the side of your building and make a cup of coffee? Because there's not like a strong wind out here, but there's definitely wind and it's cold. And I'd rather be out of it. I look for wind blocks all over the place, and, you know, I look suspicious. So I told her, you know, I was like, hey, do you mind if I sit there? She was like, yeah, why would I mind? I was like, well, because I look suspicious, and somebody will call the cops if I'm sitting there making a cup of coffee. She's like, oh, man, you could just have a cup of coffee. So, oh, voila. And she said I can go sit in back. She's got a bench with a wall around it that, you know, should block me from the wind, keep me nice and warm until the sun comes up and somewhere opens to get breakfast. Also hoping to run into, what was her name? It wasn't Tanya. Tanya, yeah, Tanya. And see if I can bum a shower before she clears out of her room. That's kind of one of the things I do is, you know, try to get a free shower. Because that's the only real reason to get a room, is the laundry service, maybe a shower going on. But in a small town like this, often the rooms are going for over $100, so that's just not worth it for me. I'll sleep in the wash and try to bum shower. And if I don't get a shower, hell, I'll find a water source up the way, and it'll eventually be a hot enough day to where I'll have to dip the boys in there. But it has been 5 days since I've showered. Maybe just a little longer. Yeah, I can use it. See if we can get enough signal in this town to make a movie. Excellent. What more does I need? I got 2 chairs and a table. What? It's decently blocked in from the wind. A light came on when I came over. Convenient, so now I don't look all sketchy. Oh, and a plug. And 4 more. Hey, there we go. Doesn't take much to make me happy. I'm at the Wagon Wheel restaurant. This nice lady over here has hooked me up. I just ordered the basic breakfast, but she was like, oh no, you look like you need some calories, man. A couple cups of coffee. What? Oh, I don't even think I can handle all this, but I have to because, you know, she was so generous. Oh, I'm about to tap out. I still got quite a bit of home fries left, but everything else is gone. Ooh, I'm already hurting, but I'm gonna keep picking at these for a minute. So really nice town so far. Loving the Wagon Wheel. It's not really set up for hikers yet. A lot of people don't even know the trail exists. You know, I mean, the AZT is newish as far as trails go. So I imagine this town, because you know, everything's been here for a while. This town's been here for a minute. Old mining town. I imagine they'll start, you know, as they realize the money they can make off of us coming through, you know, like set up showers and things like that. You know, places to camp. You know, you can make a few bucks on us as we come through, even dirtbags like me. You know, I'd pay a couple bucks for a shower right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to find one of those today, but, you know, it's only been 5 days since I've had a shower. I've gone so much longer. Maybe I'll do a dirty 30 on accident. I don't know. Maybe I'll come across a lake that's not too frigid. Who knows? Who cares? It'll all happen as it's supposed to. As it is now, I have decent signal in this town, so I'm in the middle of making a movie while I'm eating and, you know, watching the world go to shit. You know, like every time I poke my head back in society, the world is crazier than when I left, and how can it keep getting crazier? Because it's already as crazy can get. But I poke my head back in and boom, hey, everything's crazier. Fuck, man. Get back out to the woods. Well, it took me a few minutes, but success. Still working on my third cup of coffee, but oh yeah, I got that all in me, and I'm kind of impressed. So that was the German couple that I had met. Oh, and this is greasy. There we go. A little better. Anyway, that was the German couple that I heard from a distance while I was at that cow pond a couple nights ago. I was like, I looked at him walking. I was like, you're walking like a hiker. I'm like, hold on, you the German couple I heard passing by? And you're like, Telly. And they're like, we heard you coming by at like 5 in the morning. I'm like, ah, yeah. Well, they didn't know it was me. I told them it was me, but still, yeah, they're new to America. They tried to come back here and do the CDT last year, but couldn't get in due to COVID. So they decided to come in and do the AZT this year. Oh, so now we get to hang out. They're going all the way. So you know how it is. We'll be running into each other back and forth, back and forth. Good times. Love meeting new peeps. So I am here at the municipal court because I own this, and that gives me the right to be a dirtbag and just set my stuff up. You know, I want to set it up in the sun to dry, but I don't want to be anybody's way, so half sun, half not, it'll dry off. It's not really wet, but you know, there's a little bit of condensation, so you know, might as well dry it out. I'm gonna be here for a minute, so you know, got to get everything how it needs to be before I can shove off. I'm hoping to have some stuff uploaded by tonight. It seems to be going fast enough, and then maybe I can just take off out of town tonight. But if not, I'll spend another night. But I'm finding somewhere new to sleep. I don't like that wash. I mean, it was okay. It worked. It served its purposes. But, you know, I'm going to try a different path. You know, try to head out of town according to the map, which way I'm supposed to be headed out of town, which I'm not even sure what that is. I believe I head in this direction, but I can't be sure yet because I haven't really checked. But I'll see. They'll be camping out there somewhere if I decide to leave. And in my usual dirtbag style, I'm hanging out in front of the hotel. The hotel's pretty damn expensive. Small town, they can, yeah, I think that's the only hotel, so they can do whatever they want. And I was hoping to run into some hikers here, which I did. The ones I kind of camped with 2 nights ago. So I was like, hey, you're getting a room? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, man, if you're done fucking the shower up, can I hang? And he's like, of course. So cool. Hang out here, make my movies, got a shower coming, and you know, hey, life is golden. It is. Okay, so the gang's all here. Everybody I ran into on the trail has shown up. That was just Ken I took a picture of. He's watching my stuff for me right now while I go fill up my water bottles. He's that guy with a really melodic voice. He's so mellow. He just reeks of zen. He just does. I was like, let me guess, you don't smoke pot, do you? He's like, no, man, that would just slow me down too much. So I'm like, yeah, that's why I smoke it. He's like, yeah, I can tell you're a pretty up kind of guy. Yeah, that I am. Okay, so I'm getting pretty decent upload speeds. So I'm hoping to be out of town tonight, but so I did get a shower lined up. I don't know if I mentioned that, but Ken also needs a shower. So he was talking about leaving town. I was like, no, I already got a shower hooked up, man. So just hang out. I'll let you take one before I take one. So yeah, good times. Loving this town so far. Okay, the one problem with this park is they don't have water. They have spigots. The spigots worked yesterday, but they don't work today. Take out the mouth guard. The water fountains didn't work yesterday, don't work today. The toilets don't flush today. And let's go check out their drinking fountain, because this is a fucking joke. What's up, big boy? How you doing? Pacha! Always wanted a pet raven. Okay, let's go make fun of this drinking fountain real quick. So I came by here last night like, hey, I need water. There's an obvious drinking fountain. Yeah. Fuck their drinking fountain, huh? So I've been chatting up this, excuse me, been chatting up this old cat. You know, he's just hanging out in the park as far as I thought. You know, we were just being friendly. Turns out he runs this place that I came to this morning that wasn't open. He's like, hey man, I got a bunch of fruits and vegetables in there if you would like. And so now he's coming out to hook me up with something. Gotta love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So evidently, he cooks meals for people during the day. That's what that big building over there is about. He says they serve about 60, 80 lunchtime meals. And then, you know, at the end of it, they often throw away what they have left over, you know, the things that will spoil and whatnot, because they don't have the capacity to keep them. So he hooked me up with a bunch of stuff I can't really use, but I'm going to eat as much as I can. But I got carrots, I got squash, got some oranges. I'm going to see if the other hikers around want some, of course, because this is way too much for me. But, oh, I just already ate a delicious carrot. I don't know what we got down here. What is that, celery? It's celery. It's weird looking celery. I don't really know what this is. What is this? Do you guys know what this is? I'm unfamiliar with it. Oh, does it say on there that it's organically grown and local? I don't know. It doesn't have a smell to it, although I can't smell. Oh, radishes. Who doesn't love a radish? One of the few spicy vegetables there are. I have teeth now, so I can bite into them. Citrus. Well, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. That was just pictures of random cool thing right there with the sun going through it. Now I got this. Where is he? Oh, the car's in the way. This dude pulled up a while ago. There we go. Right there. Pulled up a while ago. He's been just watching me. But now I'm very suspicious looking, and people just handed me some big bags. So I bet he's really curious what's in those bags. I'm hoping he comes over to try to harass me, because you know I love putting a cop in their place. But, you know, I'll be respectful as long as he is. This town is pretty cool. Just a little open drum circle. Party on. I'm going back down to the wagon wheel, get myself a little dinner. And there's supposed to be a trail angel in town. So maybe I'll give him or her a call. Well, of course, when I have to use the bathroom, I decided to start cleaning it. Went there earlier today and all the water was shut off. And I was assuming it's because they saw me using the spigot on it yesterday, and they thought some homeless guy was stealing their water, so they shut the water off to the whole thing. But then, you know, people were still using it and saying, oh, we can't flush. So I was like, well, I'll skip that, you know. And now I'm like, well, you know, the water seems to be back on now, so I'll go use it. But no, it's occupied. But this is where I want to sleep. Hold on. This is where I want to sleep. But I've kind of looked around it, and there's no way I can get in without, you know, breaking out a little wooden window. And, you know, that's illegal, so I'm not going to do it. But yeah, if there's some sort of shelter on it somehow, you know, there's not even enough room to climb up underneath it and get a good night's sleep. Yeah, but that's where I'd want to sleep. anywhere in this town. Found out the hotel is worse than I thought. It's $130 a night, or 133, I think, with the $10 discount they give you for being an AZT hiker. Yeah, screw that noise. Delmar Armakbak. Sounds like Klingon. Okay, so talking to the guy yesterday, he's like, okay, I got a better spot for you tonight. So he drew me a map to tell me where to go. And he's like, I did not give this to you, so I'm going to follow this map and see where it leads. If you never hear from me again, well, this is why. So I'm going to use better judgment. And that guy did give me that cool hand-drawn map and all that. But turns out there's a trail angel in town. She only charges $20 to let us, camp at her place. I'm assuming there's a shower. I'm not, I'm just happy for a flat spot to stay. $20 isn't bad. I can definitely float that. So I'm walking down to her place. It's a purple house on the left. I believe I filmed it on the way in. I'm pretty sure it's one. I was like, hey, this house is covered in plastic. That's weird. But we'll find out. That's where I'm going. That's a huge cock. It's nice when there's no traffic out here. The noises of the night. I haven't heard crickets in a while. It is that purple house. What do you know? The one covered in plastic. Okay. Which one's front door? Oh, over this way. Okay, so Mary's place is very cool. It's huge. I mean, it's a huge backyard. This is, I'm not good at my sizes, but it's at least an acre. Probably more than that, 5, but this is like 2. There's a whole nother side. She's got a shower set up for us, a bathroom. While she was talking to me, waist and slightly higher than knee-high, Javelina came running right by me. I thought it was one of the dogs, but just came zipping right through here and went out a hole in the fence over there. And she was like, oh, there's only one of them? She didn't even bat an eye. Like, nothing new to her. This town's crawling with Javelina. I've seen pig tracks everywhere. Oh, I thought that was a pig. Okay, so I'm gonna get set up and whatnot. Oh, check out the luxury pad she gave me. It's a tarp with foam in it. And for a hiker, man, that's like a feather mattress. It's gonna be a good night. I got a bench. I got a log with a pipe in it. That's odd, but yeah, hey, very cool. Day 6. Although it was a very comfortable night. It's actually not cold. I can just see my breath for some reason. I don't understand it myself. But rather comfortable night. But there's just so many noises in the city. Constant dog barkings and things rummaging around, knocking over garbage cans. I know they're Javelina. This town is crawling with them. But it kept me up pretty late. It did. I was having a hard time sleeping. I'm not sure why. I've slept during traffic noises before and whatnot, but yeah, it must have been like midnight before I finally passed out. So it's like 6 a.m. now. I totally slept in. I'm still gonna fart around in this town today. I got to resupply, get a few more things out of my phone. I've had decent success with that, so I believe I will be done today. And then I'll carry on in the early evening is the plan. Yeah, we know I go with plans, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna go out and find myself some breakfast. By fine, I'm going straight down to the Wagon Wheel because that place is meant for hikers. All the way downtown on the right. You can't miss it. Oh, okay. Well, then, let's go do some towny stuff. So the hiker that told me about this place, cat named Ratio, really digging him. Young kid from Alabama. I really dig his style, man. He is opposite of me in every way. I mean, personality-wise, I think we'd really get along. But he is Mr. Ultra Lighter. Like, he slept on the ground. He doesn't even carry a puffy. He has a piece of cotton or like a sheet of down that he cut a hole in and made it into a poncho. and just like tucks it into his shirt and goes, man. He's got almost, I think his pack weighs, if I had to guess, 6 pounds. 6. I'm walking around like 50. Pretty impressive, man. He's like, you don't need no shelter out here. And he could hear them all night too. There was pigs just running around this place. The woods back there is, you know, it's all crunchy grass, so you could just hear them and knocking over garbage cans here in the neighbor's place and stuff. Pigs. Okay, so it is kind of cold. I need to find laundry service. That's what I'd really like to find today. Upload my movies and see if I can get out of town. You know, we all have plans. Let's see if they happen. So I ordered the same thing today that I ordered yesterday, but I did not come in and use my silver tongue. So this is what a normal breakfast looks like when you order it. When you use your silver tongue, you get what I got yesterday, but I could not handle that 2 days in a row, so I did not come in and charm them. But this is exactly what I want and need. Nama nama, she brought me an extra coffee already. You get a new styrofoam every time. Good for the planet. So this is Mary's daytime setup. This is the big hiker area. That's me still over there. That's the bathrooms. This is her house, but she has a little kitchen area set up for us. I asked her if there's any chores she needed, and she said yes. I told her, you don't think on it. I got laundry to do, but I got no problem coming back and helping her out with some chores. She's a very new hostel. This is where she lets the van campers park. This is the shower. It's a 2-bucket system. She's got a heater and a water pump, so you just put the heater in one, the water gets hot, you pull it out, you put it in the cold one, you put the pump in the hot one, and you can switch back and forth. You shouldn't need more than 5 gallons. Off to the RV place to see what's up with the laundry situation. And so I came to the RV park. They got, you know, laundry service. It's actually pretty cheap, $1.75. I don't need to dry it. This is the desert. But unfortunately, one change machine is out of service and the other one is out of coins. So dude is trying to figure out where to get some coins to solve my issue. Okay, laundry is complete. In Arizona, you do not bother paying for a dryer. You know, it's Arizona. Arizona is a dryer. I could not get all that stuff off my legs. I mean, there's going to be evidence of it forever. So, you know, actually, I kind of hope I start growing stuff. That would be pretty cool. If they're little seeds and then all of a sudden little sprouts come out, and don't think I won't eat them. Little crotch sprouts. I'm cleaning up her yard for her a bit. I've got a chainsaw this time. I'm taking care of a pile of wood for her. I don't even know if I'm staying the night. I told her I'd just help out with chores for now. I probably am staying because it's rather convenient and nice, and she can use the help. But I'm not in a hurry, man. The longer I wait, the warmer it gets. And well, I don't want it hot. I do like it warm. So yeah, this is a pretty nice place, man. It will be a hiker heaven eventually, but you know, still a little bit of ways to go. A little bit of elbow grease, but she's a very capable woman. She knows how to use a chainsaw. Sharpened it herself. She was over there just sharpening the blade herself, and then picked up. It's like, you know how to use one of these? I was like, why don't you walk me through it real quick? And she was like, well, whang, through stuff. It was cool. I like independent women. Back to getting some chores done. I'm actually getting like a little blister. Oh no. And I'm wearing work gloves. I'm such a pansy. But I've been whittling the pile down. It's all smooth around here. Yeah. Doing way more than, you know, the 20 bucks that it would cost to stay tonight. But, you know, I kind of like cutting wood up. I kind of do that everywhere I go. Well, what state haven't I chopped some wood in? I got a chainsaw this time. An electric one, weird enough. I don't know if I've played with an electric chainsaw since high school. But yeah, I believe I'm going to be staying here another night. I haven't quite done my movies or anything yet, just because my ADD kicks in and I'm jumping around doing all sorts of other stuff. But I believe I will just stay here one more night, get everything out of my phone, and then carry on my wayward son. Okay, I'm lit. This is my new buddy, Greg, and he has convinced me to ride a bicycle into town to try to get some food. I'm kind of scared. I haven't ridden a bicycle in literally, I don't even know. I want to say like 15, 20 years because I can't remember the last time I rode a bicycle. No, literally no recollection. So Mary's actually fixing a bike up for me right now. She doesn't know how lit I am. Yeah, I can play it off. But she has a hammer out and shit fixing this. This is Mary. She runs the property around here. She's awesome. Been taking really good care of hikers. She's concerned with our needs. Has mentioned it many times. I like this.
Thanks, Mary.
You hear that a lot. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, you do. Okay, so she's totally hooked me up, and I'm going to live through this experience. Let's see. Okay, dinner time. So I am having a very good time. I've had 2 free drinks so far. A nice woman at the hostel actually bought them for me. She was headed in town, asked what I wanted, and I said twisted tea, and she had to come back with 2 of them. Cool. So I come to the bar with Greg, you know, and I'm lit, and they don't know how to handle me. There's another dude here named Orca, pretty cool. He's from Wales, I want to say. Yeah. But they think I'm starting shit with the locals, but I'm actually kind of friends with the locals, so we're talking shit as men do. But I know they think I'm starting shit, so they're like, whoa, man, hey, whoa, man, whoa, yeah. And I'm being loud and obnoxious. I know I totally am, but it feels good. Day 7. Well, fuck. The way phones work, or the way phone companies work, is once you've used a certain amount of data, they throttle you back. And I have been throttled back. So even though I've had a video uploading for approximately, I'd say 8 hours now, I'm only like 5% uploaded. So I'm gonna see, Mary here does have a weak Wi-Fi signal, a 5G one. I'm gonna see if she'll allow me to use it and see if it can't be any worse than what I have now. So, because I'm essentially stuck in town until I get these things out of my phone, which is a pain in the ass. Because everything was going really well until AZT, the devil. Yeah, all phone companies are the devil. All huge companies are the devil. They just really are. They just are. Profits over people every day of the week. But anyway, they've throttled back my invisible signals. So yeah, I'm stuck here for a little bit more. We'll see what happens. It's not always the worst thing. This is a really nice place, and hey, you know, she's let me do work for a stay. There's plenty more work around here, but I'd like to get up the trail. But, you know, yeah, is what it is, huh? Okay. And we're off like a herd of turkeys. Okay, Greg just bought me breakfast today, so follow me. Now filming is not going to work. Yeah, good. So anyway, Greg said he would take me out to breakfast because he's a cool retired Navy guy who keeps saying how much money he has. So when he was like, hey man, you want me to buy you breakfast? I'm not going to say no. So obviously we're taking the bicycles again. I'm way more confident this time because I'm riding one-handed and filming. Yeah, and no helmet on. Ah, who needs a helmet? Oh, that thing I said I was going 12 miles an hour, man, but I got too close and it shut off. Oh, well. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, I got a car coming up behind me. I heard you. I heard you. All right, done recording before I die. So I'm walking into town. I could have rode a bike, but you know, I do like walking. It's maybe a mile tops. I don't even think it is a mile. To go check out the hiker boxes and such. Everything's uploading real slow. Even at her place, she gave me Wi-Fi access, 5G, but it's still trickling. I'm at 30% now uploaded from like midnight last night. It's probably 10 a.m. now. So I'm gonna go check out the Wi-Fi over the coffee place and stuff like that. You know, just you know, hiker trash it up. try to get out of this town, man. Seeing if I can do another work for stay again tonight. I don't necessarily want to stay. I want to get back on the trail, but I've been throttled down by AT&T, so, you know, hey, it is what it is, the YouTube chain. Maybe I'll have to start doing these in lower quality so that they can go out faster. I mean, we don't really need the highest quality, even though it films in highest quality. Do I need to put them out in highest quality? I don't know. I don't watch them, but someday I'd like to. All right, so let's see what hiker boxes have to offer in this town. If they have accessibility to them, I'm curious about, because one of them is in their high-end hotel, and sometimes those people think they own the hiker box. You have to stay at the hotel in order to look at it. And I don't see it that way. I see it as the hiker's property, so hopefully we don't have any clashes. Good morning.
Morning.
Rumor has it you guys have a hiker box?
Right there.
Thank you, sir. Oh, that's a fancy looking hiker box. Look at that one. Nice.
Fancy one.
It is. I think the most beautiful I have seen thus far.
Right.
Let's see what this chest beholds. Ooh. Goodies, goodies galore. Hey, I know that sweatshirt. Okay, good times. They had plenty of goodies in there. 2 full things of fuel, some breakfasts for me, a knee brace, because one of my knees hurts a little bit. I might as well put a brace on it, just in case. Brace in case. And it was free, and it's the kind I like, so I was like, hey, maybe it was meant for me to take, you know. I always do try to follow trail signs. She's giving me hints. She's going to hurt my knees. Okay, so now we're going to check out the gathering ground, see if we can absorb some free Wi-Fi over here, and maybe get a movie out. The coffee shop's Wi-Fi didn't pop up as anything. You know, there's Wi-Fi that's locked in the area, but none of them are coffee shop specific. So I asked some ladies where the library is. We're going to go check out the library, see what that has to offer us. Just need to get these movies out, man. Hold me up. That YouTube slave chain around my neck. Yeah, I love it, but I hate it at the same time. It would be much easier if I could just walk and talk and it somehow made its way into the Ethernets by itself, but, you know, I've got to crank those wheels and keep them in motion, all while trying to keep myself going forward. You know, it's a delicate dance. But I don't know if you know, I'm a dancer. Okay, no dice at the library either. It is closed. I peeked through the windows. Amazing, we'll see if the cops get called. But I don't see, again, I don't see a Wi-Fi spot named library anything. And anything that is in this neighborhood, of course, is locked. There's an Adobe brick building right there. It's not often you see those. Let's get the bag out of the way. It has, but Adobe brick, man. How old is that building? Okay, back to Mary's. Okay, we've got another Adobe block wall. And these ones are interesting because when they melt, they make those little, I want to say they're called gargoyles, but I can't remember what it is when the rock is perched on dirt and it gets into a tower. But it forms little ones of those naturally. I didn't know what these are at first. These are ants. I've never seen ants like this. They're kind of, I thought they were hornets or something because they kind of have a hornety appeal, and I was like, oh, I better get away from here. And then I realized there's no wings, and they're kind of all over the place. And they move around kind of like ants do, and eventually I'll have one crawl up my leg and get me right on my pee hole, as an ant always does. But yeah, I've never seen these type before. Ooh, I wonder what their queen looks like. Are you really ants, or am I just... Nah, they're not ants. You're not an ant, are you? Well, I've been in Arizona my whole life and I've never seen these things. Oop, thought it was one crawling on my leg, it was just a twig. I mean, they seem anty, don't they? That one's got one under it. They're doing it. Get it going, get it going. Does that count as pornography? Can I show this on YouTube now? Day 8. I'm pretty sure anyway, I don't know. I'm hiding in my tent, getting a little safe. A windstorm kicked up today. Finally got all my YouTube stuff taken care of. I'm going to go back on and make one more little Patreon video before I shove off so that they can, know what's going on in real time. Just I've had some drama they've been helping me out on, offering sagely advice and arguing with each other. But hey, it is the internet, so this is what happens. So it has been great here at Mary's place. She's been letting me do work for stay. I've been eating out of the hiker boxes, and when you're a kiltless, shirtless guy doing yard work, the ladies in the area tend to feed you, so it's worked out pretty well in my favor. I've gotten plenty done around here, lots of ditch digging and wood cutting and stacking and breaking and all sorts of stuff. Way more labor than the $20 to stay here, but she didn't ask anything of me. I had to force myself on her every time. She's a very independent woman, and she can handle this on her own. She cleared this property on her own, and I knew she did. When I met her, you can just tell. I asked her, and she's like, "Oh yeah," without batting an eye. I'm in her way, if anything. She's super capable, so I have to find things she's not doing and do them before she can get there. So I've made myself very useful. I'd like to think. She hasn't thrown me out yet, or even suggested she would, so that's pretty cool. But I got one more chore I'm going to finish up here, go into town, raid the hiker boxes one more time. I've gotten almost a full resupply, if the next town is only 5 days away, through just hiker boxes. Yeah, already, man. If I could just find a pair of shoes, I want camp shoes, some nice lightweight camp shoes, but I doubt anybody's going to throw those away yet. But all at the same time, I don't really need camp shoes. I don't walk around camp, so, that's something that's been going back and forth in my mind. They do come in handy when you want them, when you're doing river crossings and stuff, but other than that, they're just dead weight on my back. I did kind of like the Crocs, because you could put burritos in there and they got warm hanging on the back of your backpack, but now I got the solar panel, so, I don't need that. It'd be in the way. But regardless. Well, yeah, so I should be shoving off tomorrow. I solved all my YouTube problems. Met a lot of interesting people here. I ran out to every hiker on the road and at least gave them the tutorial of the town, where the basic stuff's laid out, and the fact that this place exists. I'm not necessarily trying to push her place because she doesn't want to grow too fast. She wants to learn as she grows and give herself time to learn, which is, that's just my way to do it. So, I'm offering her advice, and she seems to be, she says it's good advice, but, people say that to me all the time, and I don't think they actually mean it. But she seems to be receptive to what I'm saying. This being her first year open, for hikers anyway. We are a different breed. Yeah, there we are. Met this really cool chick here. She fed me the other night. We hung out all night last night drinking beers. We went to junior high school together at the same time. How odd is that? We don't remember each other, but we were both in like the same class of people, the stoners. We knew of all the places each other, had hung out and whatnot, the places bad kids go to smoke and stuff, I said that was cool going down memory lane because for whatever reason, just like a month ago, I drove my way from high school to home. I wanted to walk it, but I just didn't have the energy nor the time. So I drove it, and I think it's like a 3-4 mile kind of journey, and just drove real slow and looked at everything. I haven't been over there in 30 years or so, so that was kind of interesting. I still have dreams about that neighborhood. I'm rambling on again. Let's see. So I'm putting my videos out in lower quality now because I'm stuck, man. I've done like 90 gigabytes or whatever it is already of uploading, and I only made it to day 4. Man, the windstorm sucks. I came out from taking a dump and my tent was upside down, like literally upside down. There's so much dust in here now. All my shit's pushed over in the corner. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. But I'm going to start uploading them in lesser quality. Let me know if that actually affects you. If you're like, no, dude, bump it up and take a little more time. I did call AT&T and I raised up my limit because, they throttle you down just for funsies. Even though they call it unlimited, it's not unlimited. Yeah, so I called them and there is the unlimited. It just costs $1 extra a day, I think is what it totals out to. And I'm like, fuck, okay, yeah, that's worth it, man. I can't be stuck in every town for 5 days, that's ridiculous. I should have left a while ago, but I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I appreciate all your support through all this. Some weird shit's going on in my world right now, fights and whatnot. I have decided to take the majority of the advice, and it took a few days and chewed on it, bit my tongue, and I'm just gonna let it ride, man. Just gonna let it ride. I'm not gonna make a rant video. I'm not gonna, do anything more. I'm going to do my best to be mature. Yeah, I don't have confidence in me in that either. How's it not going to slip out of my mouth every fucking day? But I'm going to make a point of not. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, I think that's really all I have to say. I had to make this video kind of in a weird time of the day and whatnot, because if I upload this now, then I can get everything out of my phone, and then in the morning I can just straight bail. And that is the goal. See you out on the trail. I'm going to try to do a live video from out on the trail. We'll see how it goes, but, you know, you'll actually know how it goes before you see this video because it would be live and these aren't, you know, so